There's so much noise out there about how to find the right teacher or guru or lineage to support you in your Kundalini awakening. But what if the question isn't really about how to find the right teacher and who can support you in finding your own authority from within? Hi, I'm Lisa Rachel Snyder. I'm a Kundalini master and the founder of the Kundalini Embodiment method, which supports you in integrating your awakening and anchoring your spiritual gifts into your everyday life. And the way that I work with this energy is coming from lived experience. I didn't come from a specific lineage or teacher. My Kundalini awakening happened on ayahuasca in 2015. It was a full awakening all at once. It was the most terrifying experience of my life. And although the awakening was quick, the integration took a lot of time. And I really had to walk myself through the fire to learn the ins and outs. I had a few guides and teachers along the way, but it was a self-led experience. And that's what I support you with. I support you to understand this energy from within because it's already within you. This energy is intelligent. It will teach you directly when you learn to work with it, when you learn to trust it. It will become your guide. It will become your friend. And eventually it will enhance your life because once the energy stabilizes, once a lot of the crazy symptoms and things start to ground and anchor in your system, it brings you into alignment with your highest truth. And this is what leads to fulfillment. This is what leads to health and joy. And this is really the path of Kundalini awakening when you follow it all the way through. Let's talk about the guru myth. There is a long-held belief, especially in many traditional systems, that you need a guru or teacher or someone to activate or initiate you into your Kundalini awakening safely. And this is false. Kundalini energy is already within you. It can awaken spontaneously. It can happen through medicine journey. It can happen through some kind of initiation or activation. It can happen in a breathwork ceremony and lots of different healing experiences and modalities. But the awakening is really just the unlocking of the channels. And what happens after that is really when it's supportive to have someone to guide you, because after that initial awakening and the energy channels are open, all this energy that's been stuck in your system starts coming up, starts purging. A lot of people experience Kundalini symptoms, health issues, intense emotions, spiritual realizations, ego death, things that are really confusing and scary if you don't know how to navigate them. And that's when it can be really supportive to have a guide, someone who has already walked through their own awakening process, to reflect back to you what is happening, to help you make sense of it, to help you co-regulate, help your nervous system feel safe, to hold this energy so that it can stabilize in your system, because it can be a lot. You know, you're allowing your own divinity to anchor in your body. And while that is a beautiful energy, it can be a lot on your nervous system if there's been a lot of density and numbness in your system for a long time. So here's what's true. No one can give you the awakening. But what can be really supportive is someone to help you to stabilize and make sense of it in your own system. Kundalini is sacred and it is already a part of you. And it's about befriending it, learning to make sense of it, and allowing it to move through you and work with you gracefully. Red flags. Here's what to watch out for when choosing a facilitator. If someone makes you think that they're the only one that can awaken you, run. If someone promises enlightenment, run faster. If someone makes you think that you need them in order to progress in your awakening, this is not a sovereign field, and I recommend that you get out. Watch out for charisma without embodiment. People who are performing power, acting as if they have the answers without actually anchoring truth. And always, 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 always listen to your body. Trust yourself. Your body actually knows. Kundalini activation versus embodiment. This is where Kundalini embodiment becomes really important. So the activation is just the spark. It can be blissful, it can be a peak experience, but it's temporary. Embodiment is how you actually live with this energy in your everyday life. You stabilize it in your system, and this is the work that I do. It's supporting you in working with this energy so that it actually enhances your life. It's not just some experience that you had in a ceremony or a session. It's something that affects every choice you make, the way that you truly live. And I train people in my Kundalini Embodiment mentorship program to embody this energy, to become masters of their own Kundalini energy, to live with it, to embody it, to find their own truth with it from within. This is an advanced program for people who have already been working with this energy for a while. But if you're newer to the path, then you can find facilitators who have been through the Kundalini Embodiment mentorship program, who are Kundalini masters, who are anchored in this energy. They work with it in a safe and embodied and sovereign way. They're all trauma aware. They've all integrated this energy into their own bodies. They all know how to work with it safely. And there's a list of these facilitators in my Kundalini Mastery Starter Kit, which you can get at the link below. 4 qualities to look for in a safe facilitator. Number 1, integration. They have integrated their own awakening. They're not riding peak experiences. They're not in the high. They're not still moving through a lot of intensity and chaos in their system in a way that's overwhelming for their nervous system. They have actually been working with this energy long enough that it has stabilized, that their nervous system feels safe, that they're integrated, that they know how to hold this energy for themselves, and therefore they can support you in holding it for yourself as well. Number 2, trauma informed. They understand trauma. They've walked themselves through the fire of their own trauma healing. They feel safe to hold what comes up in their own body, and therefore they feel safe to hold and support you in that as well. Ideally, they're also formally trauma informed, meaning that they understand the nervous system, they understand different types of trauma responses, and they know how to navigate them safely. Number 3, astral realm. They know how to navigate this other realm of reality, the unseen world. A lot of Kundalini facilitator trainings do not address this, and it's really problematic because when you're working with Kundalini energy, you're opening up these channels, you're opening yourself to exposure to these unseen forces. And it's really important that anyone holding these spaces understands how to navigate that, how to hold a safe field. They know how to not get entangled with these types of energies, and they know how to support you in that as well. Number 4, sovereignty. They are sovereign, meaning that they understand how to stay in their own energy fields, their own wholeness, their own connection to the divine, and how to hold space for you to stay in your own wholeness, your own connection to the divine. They're not putting something in you from the outside. They're supporting you in remembering this energy from within because it's already in you. It's not something that needs to be activated from outside in, which creates disempowerment and a little bit of entanglement with the facilitator. They are simply holding the space for you to recognize and remember and work with your Kundalini energy on your own. You don't need a guru. You need your own truth, reflected, supported, remembered, and it can be helpful to have a guide or facilitator to reflect that back to you, to help you understand and make sense of this energy, but it's not something that you need from the outside. So choose a facilitator who brings you back to yourself, makes you feel more whole, more you, more in touch with your own remembering. If this resonated, please stay in touch, subscribe, like, comment, tell me about your experience, and you can get the free Kundalini Mastery Starter Kit at the link below, which has access to a list of sovereign Kundalini embodiment facilitators. Remember that the real teacher is the one who supports you to remember what is already within you.